Hey there, I'm back with another makeup tutorial. So this is Miriam. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here before for these 5-minute makeup sessions while I'm traveling, then welcome back. It's been a while since I posted my last video on YouTube. Yeah, so much has happened since I think last year. It was like I was skiing and I was traveling for work and I decided to do like a quick makeup tutorial. This time, I'm not like using my Ziploc bag. I have like an old faithful leather makeup travel thing that I'm like working from, and I like put all of my makeup on like a bench that's sitting next to me. So let's talk about what's happened over the last few months. I think last year when I was doing these makeup tutorials, it was like at the start. So it was like back in January, and it was just so much happening with the new administration and trying to figure things out. A lot more of the same since then. I guess I should start. I am an executive at a national nonprofit. I'm in the education and workforce space. A good chunk of our work is sort of like federal government contracts. And so we've been like heavily impacted by the current administration. We've had like a couple of rounds of reductions in force and cuts to programming. So it's been pretty tumultuous. With God on my side, I'm still gainfully employed. But a stat that I learned recently, like a good chunk of people impacted by recent shifts have been Black women. Over like 300,000 have been let go, either from like their prominent government jobs or associated industries. So, and I'm in an associated industry, but have been working really hard to try to fundraise and, work with philanthropy to bridge the gap, but, it's been slow going. So I probably have in my makeup case the same Armand NARS concealer, but this is completely done and on its way out. So I should replenish this bag of makeup. And so what I've done is just this general sculpt highlight. I don't even know what I'm doing, but still doing it. For under the eye, for brightness. I should say, well, yeah, so not much has changed. I'm actually, I think, on a positive swing. Have been working with philanthropy for a little bit. None of the checks have cleared, but some folks have made some soft commitments, so that has been positive. And so I'm feeling pretty good. If not, then I think, I won't speak into the universe, but it's a month-to-month type of situation. Right now, I am in Toronto, at the Toronto International Film Festival, networking and, actually enjoying the festival at the same time. So I have to say, it's a great opportunity to be here, and I'm viewing 3 films. First one was Egghead Republic, sci-fi, satire, really great international film. And the other I saw was Modern Horror. It takes place in Toronto, and it's really more of documentary style. And it's sort of like replacing how we view women who happen to be S workers. And so, yeah, I saw that yesterday, and that was pretty good. And today I'm screening Hen. Again, it follows this hen and I guess like their life. I don't know too much about it, but we'll be at that screening later today, so I'm putting my face on. So what I just went in is with Fenty Soft Matte. I was able to find that, and it's the Soft Matte Pro Filter and it's number 420. So I'm just gonna go in and put a little bit more. Yeah, and so that's it. Not quite sure what to talk about, but since my last video that's most similar to this, I talked about how work was all consuming and, trying to fundraise and have a lot of people who have been laid off in my industry working through that. And, doing the work when a bunch of people have gone and you still have the work on to finish on some of these contracts, and people leave before the contracts terminated. People that are still working are impacted. And then there's also the psychological impact of like still being there, right? And making sense of like, why are you still here? I'm kind of raising money for, like 10, 20 other people. So maybe that's why I'm still here for a little bit. What's life been like? Pretty much that. This year I took several trips. I did take that Mexico trip. I think I talked about back then it was coming up. It was like an interesting trip. I met with my best friend. My husband went, who got sick while we were there, and I got sick after. But Mexico City was great. I would do it again. What else? And then this summer, it was more domestic travel. I went to Toronto back in June. I should say it's September now, September 8th. And I was here back in June for a music festival. Recently went to North Carolina, spent time with my family, catch up with the kiddos and my brother and his family. Spent time with my mom and dad in New York last week for her birthday. So kind of doing the rounds, and now I'm in Toronto, and I have a trip coming up to Dublin for a music and theater festival that I'm doing. So it seems like my life is all about these festivals, but it's sort of like the life that I've created for myself, and I hope to be able to continue to experience. So it's about, I guess, being there for those that care about me, those I love, being in a mission-driven organization. And then, we're here for such a short amount of time, and, what does it mean to live a meaningful life? I'm, from an immigrant family, and it's all about working and saving, and then and then you die. And then the people you leave the money to, it's like they don't have the same appreciation. So maybe it goes in I don't know, 2 seconds. You know how much it takes to save 10 G's or whatever it is, but to spend it takes not a lot of time. So what I've done is I did the Narzaman, then I did the soft mat, and then I did Studio Fix in W43. And I'll do a little blush in the Sephora mix here. I don't typically do blush, but I am in this instance. Just going up, and this is Sephora Colorful Blush Glaze. It's 04 Moon O'Clock. So this is that. And then I'll just do my eyebrows here and go up. It'll be more than 10 minutes since I caught you up. And I've been reading the same thing. I've been reading Happy Place forever, and it's the slowest book moving for me. And I have so many other books on my list, but it's just I haven't been in a place to move reading really quickly. And also the book really didn't catch me, or they haven't been catching me. I will go in with this is a Super Stay Maybelline, and it's more of like a neutral. I'll put that in. I may go in with a red or so, but I'm going for this matte look. And I think I'll put some of the blush over my eye. I don't have any eyeshadow, and so I'll do this. And this is really boring conversation with my no makeup skills having, but maybe someone will watch it. And so I put this on my lid. Maybe it'll work, maybe a lot. Maybe I'll look like a clown. I'll check this out after. So after my screening, my travels this summer, work, of course, lots of work travel, so mainly DC and other things. I cut my locks. I went through a period where I was like 8 weeks post retie, and my hair was just bothering me, and it actually was in a place where it looked beautiful, but I was losing, I had some slippage, and I cut some of my locks. So, and then I ended up having my husband kind of give me a bob. I may go in and cut more. I don't know where I'm headed with this. So seems like I'm doing more of a pinky lip. What is this? This is a brow thing that I have. I keep thinking I brought mascara, but I didn't. It's more of a brow. And I'm using my phone that I'm recording this with as my mirror, so please bear with me. This might be a disaster. All right, I think this will have to be it for now, but yeah, so my hair is a bobbish, and hoping to grow it, but it was so long and I cut it. It's still very long, but it's a different kind of look now. And there are other pieces that are short, so I don't know where I'm going with this. So like, if you look at these that have slipped, and I've lost some length, but this is where I'm at. So I'm going to Ireland, and I'm looking forward to it. We're seeing a ton of plays. Oh, look. So you have a closer look, and I did find my mascara, so I'm gonna put some on, and then I'll do another. So I'm doing my mascara, and then, oh shoot, this is a lot of disaster. It's so hard to do not in front of a mirror and using the recorder as a mirror. So I think I've said this before. I gotta give these girls a lot of props for doing these makeup tutorials. But I think this will have to be it. And yeah, so we'll talk about Ireland more next time. But going to Ireland, seeing a ton of plays, a ton of music, and gonna leave Dublin this time for a day and going to Dunleary for a little bit. Gonna see The Boy, Macbeth, L'Audition, and a number of other plays. So maybe this is it, right? Like, I haven't done a good job at describing the experiences, but music, theater, culture, that is like what my life is mostly about, and travels. So this one is the Toronto International Film Festival and 2 music opportunities. Last night I saw Radio Alice at a place called Monarch Tavern. And then tomorrow I'll see the Cardinals. In Ireland, I'll do like the Ireland Music Week and the Dublin Theatre Festival, where I'll see Bon, Audition, Macbeth, and a number of other plays. So this is it for the makeup look. Again, it's like a natural look, more pinky, and I have a bob with my locks, and that is it. So have a good one. I'll see you soon.